Sometimes the most dangerous lie isn't, "I can't stop." It's quieter than that, more convincing. It says, "I've got this under control." And it lets you keep functioning while everything meaningful slowly slips out of reach. Welcome back. My name is Average Joe, and this is One More Breath. This is a space for the parts of the story people edit out, the negotiations we make with ourselves, the habits that start as relief and end up as cages. Here we talk about survival that doesn't look heroic and healing that doesn't happen all at once. Today's story comes from Evan. Evan is from Fort Collins, Colorado. He's 34. He's a graphic designer, quick-witted, creative, the kind of guy who could make a bad day lighter just by showing up. Until he stopped showing up. Evan didn't plan on becoming addicted. It began as management, a drink to shut off his brain, a pill to smooth the sharp edges of the day. At first it worked. He slept, he laughed, he felt like himself again. But addiction is patient. One drink turned into a pattern. One pill turned into a promise he couldn't keep. Just tonight quietly became every night. Evan kept score in ways that let him off the hook. I still have a job. I'm not hurting anyone. I can quit whenever I want. But addiction doesn't steal your life all at once. It takes your attention first. Then your honesty, then your presence. Evan started canceling plans, ignoring messages, choosing numbness over connection. Not because he didn't care, but because caring hurt too much without an escape hatch. Then came the shame. Self-loathing, the bargaining, the quiet vows made at night and broken by morning, and the belief that admitting he had a problem meant admitting something was wrong with him. The moment that changed things wasn't dramatic. No sirens, no ultimatum. It was a Tuesday. Apartment lights were off. Sitting on the floor, back against the couch. Evan realized something that landed heavy in his chest. Nothing felt real anymore unless he was numbed out. That scared him. Not enough to quit that night, but enough to tell the truth the next morning. Recovery didn't arrive as relief. It arrived as friction. Cravings that felt like commands, feelings he'd been anesthetizing for years, long stretches of boredom that felt unbearable. But slowly, with support, structure, and honesty that stung, Evan learned something crucial. He wasn't weak. He was overwhelmed. Addiction wasn't a moral failure. It was a pain looking for an exit. He learned to ride urges without obeying them, to sit with discomfort without running, to let joy come back in its own time. One morning, months later, Evan woke up clear-headed, no rush, no panic, just sunlight on the wall and breath in his chest. For the first time in a long time, he felt present, not cured, not finished, but awake. And that was enough to keep going. Evan's story reminds us that addiction isn't about substances, it's about escape. That numbing yourself isn't peace, and high functioning isn't the same as living. Recovery doesn't give you your old life back. It gives you a chance to build a truer one. So if you're listening to this and thinking, I don't know how to stop, you don't have to know the whole path. You just have to stop walking it alone. If you're struggling with addiction, help is available. In the United States, you can call the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration National Helpline, often called SAMHSA, at 1-800-662-HELP. That's 1-800-662-4357. It's free, confidential, and available 24 hours a day. Wherever you are, reaching out is not failure. It's a beginning. Take the next breath. I'm Average Joe, and if this story sounded uncomfortably familiar, I hope you know you're not alone in it. And remember, choose love. Always.